Dude, I cried through, this is so random, I cried through the vocals of Am I Okay? Because me and that guy broke up when I was in the studio doing that.
So you're doing a happy song.
Yeah, and the whole thing was I was like, how am I going to sing this like happy song about a guy that sucks? You know what I mean?
Because the song's not about a guy that sucks, but now you know the guy sucks.
Right. Yeah, I wrote that song prematurely, which is what I learned. Don't write a song about someone you've known for a month, okay? You got to let it marinate, especially if it's a nice one.
On the Bobby Bones Show now.
Megan Moroney.
Megan, really good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thank you. I was hoping that was the answer. Sometimes it's not met like that. I have said multiple times, even publicly, I think you are this generation's the songwriter, like the artist songwriter of today. Thoughts on me proclaiming you the greatest artist songwriter of today.
That's a huge compliment.
It is. It's a huge one, yes.
And I really appreciate that. I always consider myself a songwriter first, so those compliments mean a lot.
What do you mean by that, a songwriter first?
I can't do all the extra stuff and all the bells and whistles without the songs being good. And I think that it all started with me just writing me and my guitar on my bedroom floor, so. What
was the first song you wrote where you thought, man, I think I can do this?
It was Hair Salon that came out on
That's my favorite song.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, my favorite song.
Thanks.
Because I'm from a small town.
So you get it.
Yeah.
Bernadette's real.
And
that song's crazy, too, because I had a dream that happened, that I found out that my favorite ex got engaged at the hair salon. So it didn't actually happen, but it happened in my dream, and then we wrote about it.
So you had a dream that turned into a song?
Yes.
Do you ever have dreams? Because I'll have dreams, and I'll dream of jokes if I'm going to write to do on stage, and I kind of write them down, and then I wake up and I have no idea what I just wrote. Like, I have no idea.
Yeah, no, I do that. I always make sure to write it down, but then sometimes I'm like, not sure where I was going with that.
Will you ever sing a melody asleep, wake up, and do you ever get melodies while you're sleeping? Mm-hmm. Are those ever any good?
Sometimes, yeah.
Man, I wish I could dream songs. I wish I could dream anything good. I can't even dream. I don't sleep well. Do you sleep well?
As of late, no. But that's because I'll get off stage and I'm a little amped up. We're back on tour, so.
How long until you can fall asleep after a show? Let's say you're off at 11:30. How long until you actually fall asleep?
2:30 at least. And that's if I've put my phone down and stuff.
I was watching one of your TikToks and you were taking a tour of the bus and you were showing like the pillows.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, I had fun doing that. I thought I was just doing a bus tour and then it kind of turned into a haul. I'm like, Amazon.
Yeah, and it was super relatable because all your stuff was from like, I got this pillow from Amazon. I got this. And was that for real? And it wasn't like Louis stuff? You were like,
no. Yeah. All of that is what I said it was.
Do you feel the pressure to have new wardrobe at every big show?
I guess a little bit. It's kind of just whatever I'm in the mood for.
Do you have standards that you take with you that you can use accessories differently where it looks like a whole different outfit?
Yeah, so my tour outfits are kind of like the same. There's 4 different looks throughout the show, but it's like based off of one outfit, and they're all different. Like, for example, I had silver for the first time in Nashville. I was excited about performing in Nashville, so we went with silver on stage.
As the color?
Yeah.
Got it. You weren't like wearing a bunch of silver like chains.
No.
Got it. Got it. I love Am I Okay?
Thanks.
Yeah. And that song, because the chorus, Am I Okay? It's a bit different. I mean, just everything about that song and that chorus, it's not traditional. Writing that song, like, was it ever, I don't know, is this so different? Should we record it? Was that ever a thought?
Definitely. And I think the emotion behind that song was just so real that it was really easy to write because it's literally, I mean, y'all know I have a bunch of sad songs. So I found myself where I was like actually happy and I'm like, oh my God, am I okay? Like, you need to put me in rice or something. So the emotions behind the song were easy, but that was written at a time before I was on tour with Kenny. And I knew I needed to have songs that sounded good in a stadium that could entertain people. So I think the thought behind like making it so different feeling was kind of like, okay, I need this for my live show too.
What song did you write where you thought maybe this is too personal to put out? Or was there ever one?
Oh yeah, there's tons. I would say the first one that comes to mind is Miss Universe.
What part of it did you feel was too personal?
All of it.
Every line.
Every line. I actually changed some lines a little bit.
To not identify?
Yeah. So, yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't want to give people the credit of it being about them. Like I feel like my ego would go,
Yeah.
I wrote this song about X, Y, and Z that did what? Screwed me over, or I'm hurt by, or whatever. But I don't want them to be able to brag about how a song is about them.
Yeah, I have a couple exes that like to do that. But I'm like, deny. Not about you. Like the Am I Okay guy, he's long gone. And I'm like, that one's not about you. I don't know why you keep telling people that.
But he does tell people that because he knows, but you just say,
Yeah.
yeah.
How do you know he's saying it? Like, it's back to you?
It got back to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, but I'm
He
like
was-
picturing, like, is he saying it to
No,
his...
he was at a winery in California or something, and the girl in charge was like, your ex is going around saying the whole album's about him. I was like, easy, just the title track.
Yeah, that my ego would definitely not want someone to be bragging about how I wrote songs about them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What comes to you first when you write? The lyrics or the melody? Generally.
Generally the lyrics.
Like
It's
concept
usually
and lyrics.
the hook, yeah.
Do you keep a phone list of concepts and lyrics, or do you
Oh,
write
yeah.
anything with a pen?
Sometimes if I'm feeling crazy, but most of the time it's in my phone notes. Like my phone notes are crazy. It'll be like eggs, like a grocery list, and then it's like a hook of a song, and then some random thoughts.
And I don't
Sometimes your grocery list might end up in a song.
Yeah.
I don't want you to share the answer to this, but do you have anything now, like an idea you're sitting on that you're like, this idea, when I get time to actually like parse it, it's going to be so good?
Yes.
How many of those do you think you have in your phone right now? That I'm sure you have 100 ideas and 80 good ones. How many do you have though that you're like, this is transcendent as far as like my songs and my ideas?
Probably like 3 different ones. Yeah. I'm excited. I have writers coming on the road this weekend that I'm excited about. So.
When you do that, do you set up a rig in the bus?
Yep.
And do you write pre-show, or will you come off stage sometimes and write afterward if you're still kind of wound up?
I'll probably like wake up early and write. I'm a morning person. So yeah, maybe a little bit of both.
I felt like if I got out there, I would be like, you know what, I feel like writing today. And then I got all these people out here.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I don't put any pressure on it to actually write. I mean, I know that that's probably songwriters. Maybe my songwriters are probably like, damn. But I kind of I don't force anything in the writer's room because that's how songs turn out to be bad. And I'm also not one of those writers that's like, we just need to finish it. I'm like, if it's bad, let's just stop. I don't want my name on that. Don't send that around to people.
Did you ever have a song that you finished or you just stopped on and then you went back later and either repaired it or finished it and ended up being great?
Yeah, I do that a lot with my songs. I'll rewrite bridges and stuff all the time. And there'll be like little things like for my next album too. There's a couple songs right now that aren't fully right, but I know, so they're going to need some work, but I don't just like toss them if I don't like it when it's done.
Do you ever worry about stuff getting leaked that you don't want out there?
No, because if they leak it, I'll just post about it and be like, yeah, that's my song.
I would just go AI.
Yeah.
AI, that's not even really me.
Yeah.
I made a post recently about sad songs. I love sad songs, as I mentioned earlier, and I feel like there aren't as many great sad songs, at least that get to me. You write great sad songs. Kenny writes great sad songs. What's the key to a good sad song?
If it makes you cry when you're making the work tape, I think that's a good sign.
That's how you know.
Yeah. Like if it's hard to get through.
Have you ever cracked in as you're tracking, like singing? Have you
Yeah,
ever
100%. Dude, I cried through, this is so random, I cried through the vocals of Am I Okay? Because me and that guy broke up when I was in the studio doing that.
So you're doing a happy song.
Yeah, and the whole thing was I was like, how am I going to sing this like happy song about a guy that sucks? You know what I mean?
Because the song's not about a guy that sucks, but now you know the guy sucks.
Right. Yeah, I wrote that song prematurely, which is what I learned. Don't write a song about someone you've known for a month, okay? You got to let it marinate, especially if it's a nice one.
You're like, it's a month in, you're like, I'm so happy right now. This is so
I know, and he's like, wait till month 3.
yeah, I'm going to show you
gonna
who I
level
really
up.
am. Yeah.
I would talk about goals, but we've come a long way since the goal was just to get a bus.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
I mean,
Crazy.
from driving around in a van and cars, and you get that's a humongous deal, right? The first time you get a
Yeah.
bus, because you actually get to rest.
100%. And I don't know, even it wasn't that long ago where it was me and my whole band on the same bus. So there's literally 12 of us. And that we were just grateful for that because it wasn't a Honda Civic and it wasn't a church van with a U-Haul on the back.
Which that's kind of how it grows.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, a lot of my friends, their first big goal was to get a bus. And I think sometimes they even have to remind themselves, man, getting that bus was such a big deal. And now that they have it, because you can quickly move on to the next goal.
Right.
Without really appreciating
You
it.
can complain that the TVs are shaking and it's waking you up in the middle of the night.
Or that it won't connect. The little
Yeah.
satellite won't connect. We can't get.
Right, exactly.
Well, Megan, it's awesome to see you again. You're killing it. You make the best music. I don't even know what else to say except I'm super happy for you.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, it's really
and
cool.
all of you guys. Thank you.
And to watch your social media, you're the queen. You're the new queen.
Aw, thanks.
New queen all the way around. You guys follow at Meg Moroney. She so many dates all the way through. I mean, it looks like the end of the year, huh? You're going hard.
Sure am.
Yeah. Sun's out. Yeah, sun's out.
We out here.
That's awesome. Megan Moroney, congratulations. And congrats on the new song with Kenny Chesney. It's super cool. And Am I Okay? I mean, it's gonna do it. It's gonna be another one.
I love it.
We don't jinx things.
Oh,
The jinx
my
does not
God.
happen with us. We don't. We've
don't
not
jinx.
jinxed enough things that it's not a jinx. So yeah, this
Okay,
one's gonna
perfect.
do it too.
Love
There she
that.
is, our friend Megan Moroney. Good job. Good job.
It's a